welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little different and it's very exciting. It is episode 1 of a new series that I am calling Minerals and Makeup, and it's going to be a series where I do my makeup inspired by a crystal and we talk about it. We learn about its chemical composition, its structure, what it's good for, where it was found, all sorts of stuff. So if you want to see me go from this to this, inspired by the crystal Moonstone, then keep on watching. But before we get started, I do want to tell you guys a little bit about Ana Luisa, a beautiful jewelry brand that I am so excited to work with again for the new year. As we step into a new year, it's a time for fresh beginnings, new goals, and embracing the possibilities that lie ahead. It's the perfect to not only reflect on what we've achieved, but also treat ourselves to something special. And what better way to mark this new chapter than investing in some beautiful, timeless jewelry that makes you feel confident and radiant. Ana Luisa is a brand that understands the power of jewelry to transform not just your outfit, but your entire mood. With their stunning pieces and designs, each piece tells a story of craftsmanship, sustainability, and sophistication. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, honoring self-love, or simply want to add a touch of elegance to your daily life, Ana Luisa's pieces are the perfect reminder that you deserve something beautiful. What sets Ana Luisa apart is their commitment to the planet. They use ethically sourced materials and produce their jewelry in small batches, ensuring both sustainability and exceptional quality. So when you treat yourself to Ana Luisa, you're not just investing in a piece of jewelry, you're supporting a brand that values both the environment and your personal style. Today I'm wearing the gorgeous green aventurine earring charms on the gold pave huggy hoops. They're the perfect size for everyday wear, and I love the pop of green. I'm pairing them with the rope pave ring, which is tarnish resistant, hypoallergenic, and water resistant. I literally wear these every day and they look like they just came out of the box. This year, make it a priority to embrace your inner sparkle. Give yourself the gift of luxury and elegance with Ana Luisa jewelry, because fresh starts deserve something just as beautiful as you are. Click the special link down in the description below so they know I sent you, and check out their beautiful jewelry and their New Year New Deals sale going on right now. Thank you so much, Ana Luisa, for working me with this video, and let's get into it and see how we create this look. Okay, so this is my first time doing an episode about makeup in a long time, so I did go to Ulta and go a little bit crazy, and I feel like because I love hauls, I'm gonna make you guys sit through me just showing you what I got really quickly. I'm not gonna go like crazy in depth, but I'm gonna use some of it today. So I got some lashes. We'll see if I use those. I did want to try brown mascara because they say for like redheads and like paler people, brown mascara is really good, and I've never tried it before. I probably won't with today's look, but I wanted to. A few more lashes. What else? I got some face masks just for like hydration and stuff. Wanted to try these nose patches, see how gross my nose is. And then I got some pimple patches, another face mask. I got the bougie hand sanitizer that everybody has, and it smells so good and it's so fun and it's chic. So I got the mango and the lily of the valley. They're $10 each, but it said like 600 sprays or something like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. Oh, 500 sprays. 500. So worth it. And then a few more face masks. This is the cleanser that I use on my skin. It's the La Roche-Posay Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. For normal to dry skin, I have dry skin, so I had to restock on that. I also had to restock on the moisturizer that I use. In the winter, I do combine some Vaseline with this, like a dollop of Vaseline for extra moisturization. This was a gift. The Lancome mascara. Maybe I'll try that today because I think this is black. I'll stick that in my goodies. This is a glow serum primer by Essence. It kind of looks like a knockoff of the watermelon dewdrops. So maybe I'll try that today. I got the Juvia's Place Radiance Booster. I don't know if this is a foundation or if it's like sheer and you add it to your foundation. It looks like a foundation, so we'll see. I think I got my color, so maybe we'll try that today too. This is kind of like some of my favorites and then some of new stuff, because why not? The Milani Dewy Primer. I'll try either that or the Glow Essence one. I got a Juvia's Place lipstick. This smelled so good. I was in a perfume mood, which you'll see. This is the Nest Black Tulip perfume, and this was not cheap. This little like travel size one, but I figure if I actually use it and love it, it's worth it. I'll get the big one. It just smells so like musky and good. It's not like super florally, because I don't like floral scents, but I really liked that, so I grabbed that too. This brand I did try in the shower last night. So it's these whipped foaming body washes, and they're like $8. It literally looks like whipped cream. And I don't know, I thought it would be fun to try, so I grabbed one of those. I think it's either pronounced Days or Daisy. And then I got their Grape and Amber Body Mist too. This was like $6, and I was like, that's worth a try. I know everybody loves the Sol de Janeiro stuff, so I grabbed a perfume from them too. This is the 76 one. I think it was like musky. They didn't have scent testers, so I just went with it. Kind of ballsy, but these looked interesting. NYX Professional Makeup, the Face Glue Primer and Setting Spray. I got 3 primers, so I'll have to decide which I want to use today, but I will try the setting spray. I got another, oh, I love these Juvia's Place lip oils. This is one scent that I don't have. I think I have all the others, so I grabbed this one. It's the black cherry one. They're usually clear, but I love just popping these in my purse or next to my bed or wherever, and I just throw those on throughout the day. I got the Anastasia Brow Freeze. Haven't tried that before, but I'm sure it'll be good. Morphe Brow Tease, which is like a brow mascara with a little bit of color. I have my brows microbladed, so I don't need to really fill them in. This is a re-up on the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Toast. I use it as cream contour. And then the last 3 items, I promised this wouldn't be long. Oh, last 4. I got an e.l.f. lip balm in peach. I'm just really into lip balms right now because it's winter. I got the About Face facial or fractal eye paint glitter mousse eyeshadow in the shade Tin Pan Alley. I think that'll work with today's look. And then I got the 2 NYX products here, the Buttermelt Blush and Bronzer in the shades Butter Biscuit and My Butter Half. So I'm going to try these today too. So that's my little haul from Ulta, and we're going to use some of the products today. So let's get started. My face is clean and moisturized and fresh and ready to go. So I'm going to clip my hair back and pick a primer to get started with. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with the Essence one, the Watermelon Glow Serum Primer. I'm just feeling like I want to be glowy for this look because we are inspired by Moonstone. So I chose Moonstone as the first mineral to do for minerals and makeup because of what it metaphysically represents, and that is the Stone of New Beginnings. So I figured new year, new series, new beginnings, we're gonna do Moonstone, and I feel like it'll inspire a really pretty makeup look. Okay, I'm liking this primer. Definitely feeling moisturized and dewy. I got dermaplaned yesterday too after my facial, so my face is gonna be nice and smooth. I like that so far. We'll see how makeup sits on top of it. So Moonstone, I will get more into the metaphysics later because I feel like that's what I can ramble about for forever. But we'll get started on my foundation, and we'll kind of just talk about what Moonstone is like in the gem and mineral world. kind of like the science-y stuff behind it. I'm gonna go in with the One Size Turn Up the Base BB cream for my foundation. This is in light 3 neutral. It honestly might be a little dark for my skin right now. I have like no fake tan on, but we'll go with it. And I am just realizing that I didn't bring a mirror. Do any of my palettes have a mirror? Yes, come through, Nikki Tutorials. Okay, so Moonstone is a feldspar. And if you don't know what feldspar is, it's one of the major mineral families / groups. It has this name because of its schiller or flash that we all know and love, right? I think that's the main draw of Moonstone to a lot of people, is that beautiful blinding flash that high quality pieces have. And that kind of flash is also known as, I'm looking at my notes, I don't want to pronounce this wrong, adulorescence. And I did find some interesting information on where that name comes from too, so we'll get into that. Any of the sources that I'm using for like this information, because I looked things up on the internet to make sure I have the right information for you guys, I will link in the description box if you want to go do some reading yourself. But yeah, that flash is kind of what really sells Moonstone and what it's known for. It is a relatively softer stone on the Mohs or Moss scale. I don't know if I'm saying that right either. Mohs scale, I think is what it is. It's like a 6 to a 6.5. So like diamonds are a 10. They're extremely hard and hardy and hard to like break or crack. And then I don't know what a 1 would be. Like what's a really soft material? Like carbon, something that just like totally flakes apart. But Moonstone is a 6 to a 6.5, so it is a little bit on the more fragile side. I think a lot of us know that Moonstone is used a lot in jewelry, and that just means that if you're wearing Moonstone jewelry, you definitely want to take care of it. You want to be gentle with it. You don't want to be like working with your hands and like having your Moonstone jewelry be like exposed to really, really rough circumstances that could crack or damage the stone. It also takes a professional jeweler to really know how to set a Moonstone so that it doesn't crack and get damaged if you decide to wear it. But yeah, that's a little bit about like the sciencey stuff behind it. There's definitely more we can get into, but let me just make sure my foundation looks good and grab a mirror, and then we'll get into concealer. Okay, I think my foundation's good. I didn't put a whole lot on because I don't really like a super heavy foundation. I put a lot of powders and creams and it just kind of layers up on its own eventually. I also have a lot of freckles, as you can see, so I don't really cover those up too crazy with foundation. But for concealer, I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty shade 120. I love this concealer. I don't really try a lot of concealers, and when I find one I love, I stick to it. So more about Moonstone. It is actually the June birthstone. So if you're a June baby, you probably know that this is your birthstone. I feel like it's a really great birthstone to have. So June, that's like Geminis and then a little bit of Cancer, right? So I feel like that's a fun birthstone for you guys. It's my mom's birthstone. My birthstone is Peridot in August, but Moonstone, yes, June birthstone. It's a really sought after mineral, obviously, and it's found in quite a few places all over the world. It's not super widespread, but it is found in more places than you might think. Some of the finest Moonstone does come from Sri Lanka. And if you don't know where Sri Lanka is, it is near India, in Asia. And if you ever want to look up like locations and like mines of Moonstone, I definitely recommend going to MnDOT.org. It's a great resource for looking up localities, and they actually have an interactive map where you can click all over the world and you can see, I'll like pop it up on the screen here, you can see the different locations and then what the mine is called, or representative photos, things like that. But there's other varieties in Australia, Armenia actually, Mexico, Brazil, and even the United States. And then it can be found in like India and Madagascar. So there's lots of different varieties of Moonstone as well, but those are some of like the main locations where Moonstone is found all over the world. Concealer is on. It'll look a lot better when I powder it. Okay, let's get into liquid contour. I'm gonna use my LA Girl Toast. This is one that I use when I'm a little paler, and then when I tan, I will use my ColourPop one. So you'll probably do that in a future video because I'm not usually pale, but I didn't take the time to get a spray tan. You don't need a lot of this. It is pigmented. Okay, so Moonstone is a sodium potassium aluminum silicate. So that's the different elements that make up the crystalline structure of Moonstone. And so we could like totally get into this more, but like what's really cool about crystals, what makes them crystals, is their crystalline structure. So their atoms and their internal molecular structure is uniform and repetitive, and it vibrates at certain frequencies. And that's why crystals are known for their metaphysical properties too, because everything has energy, everything vibrates, and the way that their chemical structure is so unique between each variety of crystal is kind of where those metaphysical properties come from. So yeah, Moonstone is a sodium potassium aluminum silicate, and it's in the feldspar group, as I mentioned before. It also has an alternative name, which I really love, and that is Hetecolite, which originates from the goddess Hecate, or Hecate. And she's like a beautiful Greek goddess that we love. I know a lot of people will set up like altars to her and stuff like that. So I think the name Moonstone is pretty obvious where it comes from. It comes from that visual Schiller flash. Literally looks like it came from the moon. And we mentioned that that blue Schiller or flash is called adulorescence, and it's that milky bluish interior light that really flashes through. And a lot of people don't know what causes that kind of flash, but it's caused by light diffraction through different alternating layers of the crystal. And those internal layers of orthoclase and albite within the stone, they diffract different light varieties from white to blue. You know, rainbow moonstones will have yellows and orange, sometimes like pinks and purples in really rare cases. And depending on the thinness of those layers, that's when you get a little more flash. So you might have noticed that it's hard to find carvings of these kind of feldspar varieties like Moonstone and Labradorite with really nice flash. And that's because as you carve away those layers of the crystal, you're carving away the layers that refract the light. So it takes a really nice piece of stone and a master carver to know how to work with those layers of Moonstone so that they refrain from kind of shaving away the areas of the stone that refract the light. So if you find a carving of Moonstone with really good flash, hold on to it. You know that means that the person who made it knows what they are doing. think I'm done with the cream contour. If I need more, obviously, I can do that when I powder. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that. I tend to overdo it. Like, I feel like I want more. Is that wrong? I want a little more. I love being bronze. I want to be a bronze goddess. Yeah. In reality, I should just chill out because I can do this with the powder bronzer. But I love a good cream base. I just love it. So as we're talking about that like refraction, that light, that's what I'm gonna do this makeup look inspired by. I am definitely gonna do that like shimmery blue. I want to do the beautiful like gold flecks that you see sometimes when like sunstone or other minerals get in there and mix with the sun or the moonstone. So that's definitely gonna be what inspires this look. It's gonna be like glowy. And what in the hell is that? I think that's good for cream bronzer right now. Okay, it's time for powder. I'm going to start with obviously a favorite of mine, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in 1 Fair. I love to use this under my eyes. I feel like it's the one setting powder that I use that does not get cakey and keeps my under eyes like creaseless and just looks really good. So I wish it came in like a little bit of a lighter shade too, because I could go like one lighter under my eyes when I'm this pale, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. And I'll put this anywhere that I put my concealer. Beautiful. So I was mentioning that adulorescence terminology that they use for like the flash and moonstone, and that actually came from an early mining site near Mount Adular in Switzerland, and that's where moonstone was found in like some early days when these names were coming about, and it kind of birthed that term adulorescence, which is like that moonlight floating on water, like that milky goodness that we all love about moonstone. So as I set the rest of my face with this, I'm actually gonna use a different brush. Hold on. We'll just use this big floofy brush just to put a light layer of powder everywhere. So let's talk about how moonstone forms. So it is actually formed through a combination of processes, and those processes, hold on, I lost my brush. It's produced through like volcanic and also hydrothermal processes. So it begins with the crystallization of magma from I wanted to say tornado, a volcano. And it produces a variety of igneous rocks like granite and pegmatite. And then during the cooling and solidification of the magma, feldspar minerals, we know it's from the feldspar group, like orthoclase and albite, crystallize and form interlocking crystals within the rock. And then we need an additional process to really get true moonstone, and that is known as exsolution, which is when the feldspar crystals cool and the minerals separate from another mineral in the crystal structure due to the differences in their chemical composition and temperature, which in this case, the orthoclase and the albite separate, and that separation causes those layers, which is where the light will refract off of and create that adulorescence effect that, like I said, we love moonstone for. Okay, I was just using this brightening powder. This is the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. She's been through some things. The lid. Interesting thought. Tell me if you know where that's from. The lid. The lid came off and is broken, but I'm gonna use that till it's gone. And that I just brightened up in the center of my face. So, okay, that's enough face powder. So there's not one type of moonstone, obviously. If you've shopped with me on my crystal shop, or you've just looked around at what's on the market for moonstone, there are so many varieties of moonstone. I feel like there's new ones that are always being found. I'm gonna try this new NYX bronzer and see how we like it. It was very pigmented in the store when I tried it, so I'm gonna be careful. Ugh. So there can be lots of different inclusions in moonstone, like tourmaline, garnet, even zircon. Like, we all love rainbow moonstone, right? But you remember, you know those like black spots in the moonstone? That's actually tourmaline inclusions. So there can be a variety of inclusions in moonstone. Another inclusion or mineral combination that is very popular is the sunstone moonstone combo. And they're kind of like, I would say they're like cousin minerals, so they can grow in similar formations and environments, and therefore they can kind of combine into one specimen, which we love. Okay, I think I'm liking this. Hopefully it doesn't look too muddy on camera. It doesn't look bad in person, but I don't know if I have the lighting right for beauty lights. I'm just gonna put a little under here too. Create that shadow. Ugh. And then a smidgen on the nose. Everything I've done so far is like very not moonstone yet in the look, but that's because it's just my base, okay? It's just my base. So let's wrap up the physical characteristics of moonstone, just kind of summarize, and then when we get into like the eyes and stuff like that, we're gonna get into the metaphysics of it all, okay? So, color. Moonstone is typically white or colorless, but it comes in a lot of shades. Gray, peach, pink, blue, like so many color varieties of moonstone. And that can be caused by trace elements that get into the moonstone when it's forming, like iron, copper, lots of good stuff like that. Hi, Darcy. The cat is here. Luster. We love that pearly luster of moonstone. Has a soft glow, and like we have learned, that's caused by light refracting off of the internal structure of the moonstone. Moonstone is usually translucent or transparent. Higher quality stuff definitely is, and that's how the light is able to pass through and really cause that adulorescence that we love. As I mentioned earlier, it's not a super hard stone. It's a 6 to a 6.5 on the Mohs scale. That's similar to other feldspar varieties, and that means that it could be scratched by harder materials like quartz or topazes, diamonds. So you definitely want to be careful if you have moonstone tumbling around in there with other items. It can cleave, obviously, and it exhibits perfect cleavage. Cleavage is when the mineral like breaks apart in two directions, meaning that it can be split along those planes, which makes sense when you think about how moonstone forms and creates those kind of separated layers of minerals. It can be split along those planes and create smooth and flat surfaces. So we love a moonstone slab. It's great for jewelry, that kind of stuff. So for chemical composition, blush, just to summarize it all, we learned that it has a sodium, potassium, aluminum silicate formula. So hopefully somewhere in this video I remember to put up like the chemical composition of it all, the little, what's it called? I literally took chemistry in college. Chemical formula? Is that what it is? Yeah. So it's mainly composed of the mineral albite. Oh, okay, that's a blush. I chose a purple blush because I have green eyes and I wanted to try something different. We're gonna go with it. This is supposed to be a fantasy look. We're gonna be moonstone. We're just gonna be moonstone. sorry, I'm getting distracted. Yes, so we know that it is mainly composed of albite, which is the sodium-rich feldspar, but it can create, I can't speak. It can also contain orthoclase, anthracite, and quartz. So it's got a cute little combo of things in there. Belongs to the feldspar group, which is the most abundant mineral in the Earth's crust. The most abundant mineral group. It can have trace elements of iron, titanium, copper, which again kind of change the color and the other physical properties that all the varieties of moonstone have. Darcy, stop. Okay, I think we're done with blush. These are very nice blushes and bronzers from NYX, from what I am seeing. Everything is playing well together. Very cute. So yeah, that's kind of it. We're done with the base, so I think that'll be good for the chemical and physical properties of Moonstone. I'm just going to use this Morphe Luminous Setting Spray after I do my powders. I like to melt them all together and kind of make it look like skin again. So I just give her a spritz. Okay, now that I'm drenched, we are going to get into the eye look, which I'm very excited about. It will be inspired by the beautiful Moonstone. And we're gonna get into the metaphysical properties of Moonstone. Yay, the fun stuff. Not that the other stuff isn't fun, but like, what is Moonstone good for? So let's jump into that. I saved a few things on my Pinterest for what I want to do for this look. I basically just want to put like shimmer all over my eye and have like gold here and then blue here. So like that transition-y, beautiful flash of Moonstone. So this is going to be a very shimmery look, and then we're going to do lots of highlighter, and then we'll see if the lip color that I got will go good with this or not. We'll see. I'm going to start with my brows though, so that that has time to set before I put the brow freeze on. I'm going to try this new Morphe Brow Tease. This is in the color Mocha. We'll see if that's a good match for my brows. All right, so the metaphysics of Moonstone. So she is known for lots of things. And I say she because Moonstone is also representative of the divine feminine. We love that. The moon. She's a woman. So the divine feminine, I feel like a lot of those of us who identify and tap into that feminine side of ourselves, which everyone should. It's all about balance. You also need your divine masculine, which is Sunstone. I think I like this. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the new product. It's a little dry. Should it be dry? Like I said, I have my brows microbladed, so that really don't need to do a lot, but okay, we'll let that dry. Anyways, so Moonstone is connected to the moon, named for the moon, tied to the moon. The moon is always there, whether you can see it or not. And it is also used as an amulet of protection for travelers. So it's also known as the Traveler's Stone. So if you are going on a trip, or taking a long drive, definitely bring some Moonstone with you. It will definitely protect you on that journey. So Moonstone can also be a stone of fertility. And I feel like when you say that, a lot of people freak out and they're like, I don't want to get pregnant. Just because you use Moonstone doesn't mean you're going to get pregnant, okay? It's all about intention. I'm going to go in with my James Charles palette. I don't know if you're OG Beauty, he did signed like 500 of these when he sent them out, and I randomly got a signed one. Like, I'm not even that much of a big James Charles fan anymore because of like all the things that went down, but I have a signed palette by him, so I guess that's kind of cool. And I'm just gonna put some brown in my crease to kind of create a transition for all these shimmers that we're gonna do. Ugh, yes. So like I said before, Moonstone taps into that divine feminine, and if you want to connect to your fertility, it's definitely a great stone for that. If you think about it, the moon is a very natural cyclical thing. We go through a cycle of the moon every month. So do women. Ties to that divine feminine. And if you want to tap into your fertility, you can definitely work with Moonstone to really tap into your natural cycles and yeah, get pregnant, get that baby, do that womanly thing where you bring new life into the world. But again, all about intention. Doesn't have to be the thing that it's used for. If you don't want that, it's not for everybody. So don't be scared. Don't think that if you touch Moonstone, you're gonna get pregnant. It's all about your intention that you put into the stone for sure. So think about some colors here. I do want to tap into this About Face Beauty and see what this is all about. But I don't know if I should do the blue first or this. Maybe I'll do this, see how she does. If it needs a layer of it after when I put the blue in, then we'll do that too. But okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh my goodness, that is bright. I've tried, this is Halsey's brand, by the way. I have tried it before with other pigments and I really liked them. This is my first time using this kind of like chromy pigment. Oh my goodness, that is, it's honestly perfect for this look, right? Once we throw the blue in there too. Just kind of gonna blend it out, tap it out. I feel like I can be a little messy with this look because I want it to just look like really shimmery and kind of like an explosion of adulorescence on my lid. Okay, so I definitely want to talk about Moonstone and New Beginnings, but I'm kind of spieling at you right now. Chakras are a big thing, as you probably know, with crystal and mineral healing. And Moonstone is associated with the crown chakra, which is your highest chakra. And that chakra really connects you to higher beings, your highest self, and wisdom. It's like your spiritual center. And so I really love Moonstone for all of those things that I've mentioned, just the way that it really makes me feel so tapped into my divine femininity and my highest self. It just makes you feel that way when you look at it too, because of how freaking beautiful it is. So I feel like it all just makes sense when you think about it, right? It cleanses and dispels negativity from all of your other chakras too. So when you're really thinking about it going all the way from your root to your crown, it just like, it's like a halo over you, like Moonstone. Love it. Okay, I think I'm gonna tap into the Nikki Tutorials X Beauty Bay palette. And I haven't really used this much. It's a little bit older, but it's got some really pretty shimmery blues in here. So I think what I'm actually gonna do first is go in with this matte, oh, you can't even see it, matte light blue called Plot Twist. And then I'll go in with Mama Tutorials right here, which is a shimmery blue, and see how those all kind of look together. I need a clean brush first. So Moonstone is a really sacred stone in India, which is where a lot of really nice moonstone will come from as well. And it is known as a stone of the gods and goddesses, which makes sense when you think about it, tapping into that crown chakra and higher spiritual selves. India is a mainly Hinduism country. I believe there's probably some other religions in there, but I took Hinduism in college, and that is rooted in India. Okay, this light blue isn't really doing a whole lot, but at least it's like a base of color, right? I don't really play with color a lot, so like this series is really pushing me out of my comfort zone, which is good. Also, I'm very sorry if I'm like talking 1 second and then distracted another. I have not tried to do my makeup while like talking about things before, but we're learning. Okay, I'm just kind of laying it down right now. I'm obviously gonna need to blend it all together. I'm loving that about face though. That is so pretty. There's some really pretty shimmers in this palette too. Okay, I did not bring anything to wipe my finger off on. One moment. I'm gonna try spritzing a brush and then using it to really put this blue in place. Usually stuff works better like this when it's wet, so we'll see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See where I put it where it's wet? That's a lot better. It's not as like flaky. I want it to be very vibrant and blue. Okay, so Moonstone really opens up the mind. It is inspiration and impulse, serendipity, synchronicity. It brings flashes of insight. It keeps one from negatively banishing possibilities. Like it keeps your mind open to new things like that and new possibilities. It grants intuitive recognition and allows you to absorb what you need from the universe. Not necessarily what's wanted, but what you need. And I think that's part of that being open to the crown chakra, really tapping into your spirituality and your full potential, your divine feminine, and really letting in what is meant for you. All of that being said, it is also known as the Stone of New Beginnings. So being Moonstone, being connected to the moon like that, every ending has a new beginning. Every new moon has a full moon. And Moonstone reminds us that you can create those new beginnings for yourself. You should not be afraid of what the universe has in store for you, and you should not feel closed off to those opportunities, because if they weren't meant for you and if you could not handle them, they would not come to you. Let your soul like experience what is meant for you. Do not be afraid of what the universe has given you. Okay, I'm trying to blend this gold into the blue. I think we're doing okay. What do you guys think? It's crazy, but it's pretty. Okay, I need to get this fallout off my hair. This might have been an eyeshadow that you do before, but I have to have my base done. I don't know, it's just how I operate. Probably should have put some loose powder under there. You live and you learn, right? Okay, I think I need some darker blue on the outside and then my lower lash line. And then that might be it for this eye look. I don't want to put too much on here and make it all crusty and gross and weird. This shadow, there's so many pretty shimmers in this palette though. Like, I want to put those on my eyeballs. Should I? Shouldn't I? This one kind of reflects pinky. Let's see. Ooh, that's pretty. Why not? Just in the middle for like a shift. Ooh, so pretty. I love that. Okay. Yes. I'm going to get out my Crystal Bible by Judy Hall, and I'm going to see if there's anything in there that we haven't really touched on about Moonstone yet that I can share with you guys. So this is the Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. May she rest in power. It's actually a 3-volume book, and I really, really love this. I recommend this if anybody wants a crystal book. But I'm just gonna read you a little bit about what she wrote in here about Moonstone. Moonstone is a stone of new beginnings. As its name suggests, it is strongly connected to the moon and to the intuition. Like the moon, the stone is reflective and reminds us that as the moon waxes and wanes, so everything is part of a cycle of change. Its most powerful effect is that of calming the emotions. It makes you conscious and unconscious and promotes... Oh, I read that wrong. Moonstone makes the conscious... I read that wrong. Moonstone makes conscious the unconscious and promotes intuition and empathy. It encourages lucid dreaming, especially at the time of the full moon. It has traditionally been used to enhance psychic abilities and to develop clairvoyance. It can be worn as a pendant to encourage acceptance of your psychic gifts. Psychologically, Moonstone calms overreactions to situations and to emotional triggers. It's filled with receptive, passive, feminine energy. It balances male-female energies and aids men who want to get in touch with their feminine side. It's the perfect antidote for this excessively macho man or overly aggressive female. Again, these are Judy's words, not mine, so hopefully these aren't offensive to anybody. Mentally, Moonstone opens the mind to sudden and irrational impulses, serendipity, and synchronicity. Care has to be taken that it does not induce illusions in response to wishful thinking. Emotionally, Moonstone soothes emotional instability and stress and stabilizes the emotion. It improves emotional intelligence. Placed on the solar plexus, it draws out old emotional patterning so that it can be understood and then dissolved. Moonstone provides deep emotional healing and heals disorders in the upper digestive tract that are related to emotional stress. And then physically, Moonstone affects the female reproductive system and alleviates menstrual-related disease and distress, or and tension, and some other stuff that I could go on and on about. But yeah, I love this book. By Judy Hall. You can buy it on Amazon. I'll try to link that in the description too. But all that being said, I feel like this was the perfect stone for that kind of new beginning. 2025 is already off to a pretty wild start for a lot of people. And hopefully everyone is excited and feeling hopeful for the new year. If you're not, maybe tap into that Moonstone and get excited. Remember that everything is a cycle and what goes around comes around. You are a powerful being and you are divine. You are divine. Okay, this dark blue is making all the difference. This is Amsterdam from the Nikki palette. I don't even know if you can buy this palette anymore. I haven't really talked about why I'm doing makeup on this channel now, but I used to be obsessed with makeup. Like in college, I bought like every makeup release that came out, and that's because I watched all the YouTube girlies and guys. Laura Lee, Manny MUA, Jaclyn Hill, Carly Bible, Patrick Starr, Jeffree Star, James Charles. Like, I could probably go on and on, but I just loved makeup. Like, I bought so much makeup and I never really play with it anymore, and I feel like I should, so this is giving me a good excuse to. I am loving what that dark blue did for this. This is gonna look bomb when I put some lashes on. And I also love to watch Bailey Sarian. She does minerals, or not minerals, murder mystery and makeup. And if you love true crime, I definitely recommend checking out my girl Bailey if you haven't already. But I was like, what can I do where I do makeup but also talk about crystals? Because that's what I'm really growing my audience with here. And I was like, minerals and makeup. Like, let's do makeup inspired by a mineral and talk about it. And like, I'm learning a lot. Like, I'm researching and looking up things about the minerals. Like, obviously I've learned a lot by owning my own crystal shop and just being exposed to this information daily, but there's so much to learn and I'm definitely not done learning, but I thought this would be a good way to do that. I'm trying to think if I need any more. Probably not. I do have a too much gene. So I definitely need to do some highlight like in the brow bone area and here. I need highlighter on my cheeks and I need a lip and we need some lashes. And then this look will be done. So let me put on my lashes and then I'll be back because that could be a process. Okay, I'm not done with the eyes yet. I'm waiting for the lash glue to dry and I put a line of eyeliner just to like hide the band a little bit. I do want to finish up my eyes up here and do some highlight. What did I grab? So for highlight, I have my tried and true Anne Marie Anastasia highlighter. It's no longer sold, and when it's like gone, I'm gonna literally die because I love it so much. I need a good dupe for it. There's lots of beautiful highlighters, but this one's just so good. So I'm gonna put this under my brow bone. Hopefully you can see that. Beautiful. Yeah, there she is. And I'm gonna put this on my face too. Put a little bit in the inner corner, not that I really need it. Okay. What was I gonna say? I do have some fallout from the eyeshadow, and that's just me not having done something with color in so long that I forget that that could happen. So I have some glitter on my face that is not highlighter, but honestly, it goes with the look, I guess. So we're gonna go for it. Let me spray my face before I put this highlighter on it, just to kind of give it something to stick to. And then we'll go in with her. And I love highlighter, so I put it all over the high points of my cheek, on the apples of my cheek, and because of this look, like, look at that. Are you kidding me? Because this is Moonstone, we're going all out with the highlighter. I probably wouldn't put this much on a normal day, but for the look, put it down the bridge of your nose, on your chin, Cupid's bow, brow bone. Yes, God. Okay, and then I'm gonna try the brow freeze on my brows. I already have the Morphe one in, but I'm gonna try this and see if I'll like it. So, just gonna put that in the brows. Extra hold, I guess. And then I do need to do the mascara and then a lip to round out this Moonstone inspired New Beginning look. So let's curl my lashes into the lash. I love these fake lashes, the wispies, because I don't have to cut them. They're the perfect size for my eyes. I'm gonna try this new Lancome Flutter Extension mascara. I don't think it's, yeah, it hasn't come out yet. It comes out in February. But I got this little guy of it, so we'll try it out, see if it's any good. I like the wand. This isn't a great test of it because I'm wearing falsies, but I'll have to try it on its own too. I love mascara. Mascara is something that I'll wear even if I'm not wearing any makeup, like any face makeup. I will wear mascara. And I love trying new mascaras, so we'll definitely try this one on its own too. Look how much bottom lashes just change the look. Like, hello? Hello? I feel so pretty right now. I haven't done fun makeup in so long. This is so fun. I hope you guys like this video so that I can keep doing more. And I hope you think of fun crystals that we can do looks inspired by. And if you find any like looks that you're like, oh my god, this like screams this crystal, please send it to me so I can use it as inspiration. I think I like this mascara. Like I said, it's hard to tell. I like the brush. It's good for bottom lashes. Hopefully it doesn't like transfer or do anything crazy. Okay, eyes are done. So pretty. That About Face Beauty is so good. And then I only got one lipstick new yesterday, so let's see if it's a good color for this. I don't know. If it's not, I'll have to grab another one to pair it with. But this is the Juvia's Place, what's it called? Volumizing Gloss Stick in So Peach. Let's see. Do I like that with this look? Oh, it's tingly. I guess that's why it's volumizing. This is like those MAC jelly things. Okay. Interesting. I usually have allergic reactions to these kinds of things. Like, I tried the Too Faced one before and my whole mouth went numb, so I'm gonna wipe this off. And I'm gonna go grab a different lipstick to put on because I would like to feel my mouth today. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Bible, which is Carly Bible's brand, lipstick in the color Nicole. Look at how pretty that is. The imprint on it. And this is like a pretty brown peachy nude, which I feel like is perfect. You can't see anything when I'm down that low trying to get in this mirror. Okay, I think that looks good. That's a good color for this. And then to top it all off, I'm gonna try this NYX the face glue setting spray. It's a transfer resistant setting spray. It says to shake it really good before use. It literally looks like Elmer's glue. Okay, that's probably good. I think it also said a little goes a long way, so that might have been a lot. Okay, I'm going to take these clips out of my hair, make sure that my hair looks good, and then we'll do the final look. I kind of did a little crown look with my hair. I think this turned out so fun. I had a lot of fun trying new products, learning about Moonstone, talking about Moonstone with you guys. So pretty. So, to wrap up this video, definitely tell me what you thought in the comments. I'm gonna get better at these, talking and doing makeup at the same time as I continue with this series. The opportunities are endless with this series, so if there is a crystal you want me to do next, then definitely let me know down below. Be sure to check out Anna Luisa via the special link in my description below and check out their beautiful jewelry and their New Year sales, and definitely spoil yourself in the new year. I know I am. I never don't. Be sure to check out my crystal shop, Go To Gaia Crystals. I have some beautiful Moonstone coming up in inventory in the next month or so, so definitely check that out. I will link everything down in the description box below if you need a piece for yourself for a new beginning. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe. I hope you guys loved it. I love this look. I definitely want to take some pictures. Here's my cat of myself with this Moonstone glow. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.